Finally. Holy shit, that's annoying. All right, we're live. Finally. Looks like it'll be 1 on, 1 out for Dingler after a base hit by Lee. 1-0 White Sox lead, bottom of the first. Ooh. How's everybody doing? Hopefully quite well. I clicked on any of the things it just clicked on, so that's fucking retarded. Uh, 1-1. Dog, I pressed go live at 118. I pressed live with there was 1 out or 2 outs still, and the score was 0-0 in the top of the first. I'm like, I wonder if it'll ever let me go live. I guess not. There wasn't even a score in the game before when I pressed live. All right, 1-2. And a dumbass swing by Dingler. His slide continues. 1 away. Or 2 away. Yeah, I don't know why it's never, except for like the last 3 days, taken more than 5 seconds for it to let me go live. Probably got to refresh and reconnect everything or something. I'll deal with it after the stream. But Magani goes up, 2 away. 1-0. And nothing's wrong with the connections of like any of it. It's all excellent speed. I never lose a frame. So it's not an internet issue. Really, it's not an anything issue other than I don't know what the fuck's going on between OBS and YouTube right now. Yeah. You don't? That's a foul ball. It'll be 1-2. Do you watch the Tigers often? You ever see Colt Keith try to hit a left-handed pitcher? Two. And Riley Green, they cut him. They DFA'd him because he got busted gambling. I'm surprised you didn't know about that. Now, it was a weird gambling situation where he was betting on himself to do good, but yeah, he got cut. He's currently in the Dodgers triple organization after the suspension winds up. He should be allowed to play. 2 on, 2 out. Yeah. Yeah, Colt Keith can't hit lefties, and Riley Green got cut for gambling. That's why you haven't seen him lately. Riley Green also could just be hurt and on the injured list with a hamstring problem. I don't know. One of those two extremes. Whatever feels more likely. You should trust that. Is he on the injured list with a hamstring problem for about like 6 more days, 5 more days? Maybe even less. Ball in the dirt. Hopefully, maybe the runners advance. No, it doesn't look like it. 2 on, 2 out for the Tigers. Let's see if they can't pick up a big run with Valencia at the plate. But yeah, no, Green's out with an injury. He'll be back in like I hope like a week. And then Colt just can't hit lefties, so. And the Sox are going to run a bunch of left-handed pitchers this series if they can. 3-0. Even though the real secret to beating the Tigers is pitching, like, mid-ass right-handed starters against him. There's a tried and true method to beating the Tigers. 3-0 on Valencia. You know, if you're this pitcher, it's probably smarter just to walk him and go after Torque with the bases loaded. Because as good as Torque is with, like, if he was to be up right now with the runner at first and second, he's far more dangerous that way than he is if there's everybody's on. He's weirdly bad with the bases loaded. I'd walk Valencia. I'm not even trying to jinx the White Sox. I'd be trying to help them. At this point, I'd just give up that at bat. Yeah, they're trying. They're not throwing this dude anything. 3-1. Valencia is catching today, so Dingler is kind of... Oh, that'll be a base hit. There we go. That'll get a run in. It should tie it up. It'll be 1-1. Runner gets around second. He'll get to third, so it'll be first and third. Nice job by Valencia. He comes through with the big hit. Why? I don't know. Like I said, they should have just walked Valencia there. What's up, Wade? What's up? It's our old friend, ours. Who? Okay, I don't think he ever played for the Tigers. At least not enough that I remember. Oh, Rogers. Oh yeah, he is catching. Ball one to Torque. Jake's just throwing exactly what the Tigers need to hit. Jake's on our side. No, the reason you want to walk Valencia there is because he smokes left-handed pitching, and there isn't really a clear book on how to beat him yet. So you walk him, and you go after Torque with the bases loaded, because he's notoriously shitty with the bases loaded. This actually sets up a second RBI for the Tigers really nicely, because Torque, very good versus lefties, and also very good with runners in scoring position, as long as its base is not loaded. 2-0. So again, I would have walked Valencia and just took my chances on Torque with the bases loaded, which historically has worked out for teams very well. That was a poorly managed move by the White Sox. That's why it's 1-1. Maybe Jake Rogers set us up. No, that's a coaching decision. But 2-0. See, now Torque's got a real good shot here to drive something in. Damn, he took that right down the middle. 2-1. That was a good pitch, 2-0. Sorry, I'm just responding to my dad. Once again, I just that's going to be changed to a ball. It's going to be 3-1. Good challenge by Torque. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like, consider doing so. What's up, Detroit? Only game I bet on for the Tigers to win today. I put Lee for base hit and Ben Malgary. Oh, shit. You're almost... and Torkelson strikes out. Damn, they kept that as a strike? Did they not challenge the call? I guess not. Anyway, Meadroth. Peters, Rogers. Meadroth, Peters, and Rogers here in the top of the second of a tie game. At least we tied it back up. That's all you got to care about, really. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. Stops you from being gay. And I'm just playing. It helps the stream out, gets more people in here. I appreciate you. Saturdays are always the worst day for my channel to stream. It's always the slowest day. Is college football back today? Once that starts up, it's pretty much game over. Let's go take a look. Let's go see college. Oh, next in 2 weeks. Okay. Well, now we're just waiting for the top of the second. Hopefully Melton can come out, have a clean inning. First inning's never his best. I guess Torque just didn't challenge fast enough and they didn't accept the challenge. Damn, the entirety of the stream left during the commercial break. Well, I hope they find what they're looking for. They're all homosexuals, unfortunately, now. And we don't fuck with them. Not because of the homosexuals, but because they're, they all left. Because I wasn't talking about the game. Ball one. Why he not talk about the game? It's commercial. Someone got mad about that yesterday. Some retarded guy named JC. Ball one, by the way. Strike one. He was like, why you not talk about the game? Please talk about it. And it was like literally a commercial. And I was like, well, it's a commercial. And he went on a tirade. And that'll be a base hit for Meadroth. Well, let's hope for a double play here, but not going to probably happen with Peters. Hopefully strike out, and then with Rogers, try to get two. It's the ideal way to go. Are we still in that final wild card spot right now? I know pretty much everything worked out last night. The Rangers lost. The Tigers lost. Ball one. Ball two. 2-0. Melton is melting. Oh, are you just doom posting already? I hate annoying fans like that. It's a fucking second inning. Oh, we're doomed. It's fucking 1-1 in the fucking top of the second. Game's over. Yeah, I guess so, dude. I mean, you were already doing that in the top of the... I mean, you were doing that in the top of the first. You're like, I guess we're going to get swept. Just like, what? 1-2 or 2-2. Yeah, I hate that kind of stuff. It is so annoying. It's like the seventh inning. It's understandable. Oh, shit. They fucked that all up. What is that? Like a fucking infield hit? Probably. Tried to turn two. Didn't get a single guy. Nice. McGonigal with another non-put out play. I don't know what happened. 2 on, nobody out. Infield single. Doubly up. Would be nice if the defense could get ground ball outs. Always go Tigers. Ball one. Just throwing dog shit pitching the last 2 days in a row now. Come on, Melton. Start throwing actual strike. There we go. Start throwing pitches that actually are swing-atable or just make them miss. Don't know why this has been the last 2 days' plan. Just don't throw strikes has been our game plan for 2 games in a row now. Jesus Christ. Who the fuck is texting me like that? Yeah, he's bounced around like 3 or 4 days, and he got the runners over. Cool. Second and third, 1 out. That sucks. Well, leave it to our shitty ass defense. Oh, it was a ground into a double play. Okay, they got 2 outs. All right, never mind. Good job by the defense. They got the runner at third and the runner at first. Good job. I thought they fucking didn't get either. I thought they'd given up the fucking guy at third. I was like, really? They didn't just go get the lead runner at third? I like looked away at the wrong second. Ball 1. Fall behind every single fucking hitter today. Pitch count's already 40. Ball 2. Have to go right back to the bullpen in like the 4th inning. That's cool. Wish we weren't suddenly afraid to throw the ball near the strike zone. Now he has to throw like a shitty strike that this guy's 100% going to swing at and probably belt into fucking center field for a hit. He should be back pretty soon. Yeah, and I'm guessing Dingler will break out at some point. They happen, though. It's very funny that everybody's super worried about that, and they've forgotten that like Riley Green went on like an 0 for like 30 slump, and everyone's just nobody really said much about it, and then he broke out of it and was fine. Then he got hurt. Everyone's like, "Oh fuck." I don't know. I think people forget that sometimes people go into slumps, and everybody over panics about it, and I don't know why. Three one. Fucking what are we doing? Just not throwing strikes at all. It's been like this for 2 straight days from this whole pitching staff. I guess their plan was, let's see if the White Sox will swing at absolute garbage pitching. And so far, they haven't at all. I don't even think they've chased one bad pitch yet. And they get the strikeout. That'll be, what is that, the 3rd out? Yeah. No, 2nd out. No, that's the 3rd out of the inning, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the 3rd out. God damn, dude, I really hate bad pitching. Ugh. Recency bias? Well, yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, I mean, he's a good hitter, but every hitter goes through slumps. Melgary, Baez, Jokes. Especially catchers. They got a long ass season. 7-8-9 for the Tigers. It's a 1-1. Nice job by the defense and everything right there to kind of pause that inning before it got worse. Someone just suggested that maybe we need to send Dingler down to AAA for a while. And it's like, I hate how retarded everybody is about baseball. Like, I seen someone suggest we send Riley and Kerry Carpenter down. Like, Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter down to AAA when they were like, no, you don't send 5-6 year veterans to AAA because they go into a week or 2 long slump. That's really dumb. One bad week, I think we need to send them down to AAA Toledo. Get them back in hitting shape. It's like, what? What the fuck? Has everyone gone retarded about this? I see people genuinely suggesting these things like it's a good idea. It's like, huh? If Miguel Cabrera went on an 0 for 20 slump, you wouldn't be like, yeah, maybe we send Miggy down to Toledo or Erie so he could work on his swing a little bit. No, because that's retarded. Like, that's a dumb idea. The Twins sent Royce Lewis down because I believe Royce Lewis was hitting like 50, like 0-5-0, and was like 0 for 80 with like 70 strikeouts or some shit. Like consecutive. Like, it was horrible. And that was going on the second season of complete ass. Like Akil Baddoo level play. Now Gary pops out on the first pitch, one away. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea how that analogy works to anything I'm talking about. I don't even know what that analogy links to what I've said. I'm trying to think. It's 0-2, though. Recency bias? Oh, no, it's not even recency bias. People just, for some reason, forget that slumps happen in baseball, and I don't understand why. No, I don't think it's recency bias. That has nothing. I don't think recency bias has anything to do with it. I think people just genuinely forget that it's a 162 game season, and you're not going to play perfect for all 162 games. Because I think everybody watches like way too much football. There's a distinct reason why some fans freak the fuck out after one loss. Like, you can go on Twitter and see all those performative losers like Chris Castellini, like, freaking out and having a meltdown because the Tigers lost one game in a series. And then, like, the next day he's, like, celebrating because they won the next one. And it's like, you shouldn't have that much of a high to low between a 162 game season. Really, I don't like, I think like a 10 game, like, really the only thing that it is equivalent is like a 10 game stretch in baseball compares to one game in the NFL. Like, otherwise it's like I like what I don't think in August 15th that the games aren't that big a deal. They aren't do or die yet, especially when it's like everybody's within 5 games of each other. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that's people overreacting. Two. That's just sports fans. They tend to overreact. But I don't know why suddenly there is this like new trend of people wanting to send guys back down to AAA who've been in the majors since COVID. It's like, no, I don't think they send guys back down when they've had that much service time. They'll just cut them if they don't really want them around, and or trade him. I don't think you'd send Riley Green back down to AAA or Kerry Carpenter. But for some reason, a large part of the fan base, and I blame people like Chris Castellini, anyone who roots for the University of Michigan, who also roots for the Tigers. That specific section of the fan base is pretty awful. They're the leaders of some of the worst fucking ideas I've ever heard in my life. That'll be called a ball, but the White Sox challenge it, so they'll probably move it to a strike. Like, I think we have another series versus the White Sox still yet this year. Yeah, that'll be a strikeout. And we'll head to the top of the third. It'll be 1-1. Gotta swing the bat, kid. Anyway, Murakami, Vargas, Benintendi. 2, 3, 4. Top of the third. It's 1-1. Yeah, we're still in the game, right? The really pro trade Tarek Skubal part of the fan base. No, not necessarily. I just thought it was a weak ass move. I don't necessarily think that means they're giving up. I think it did show that the front office doesn't really consider this season a priority, though. You know what I mean? Especially because they didn't go get any like relievers or anything like that. Or address like a need. They didn't really need any bats. You know what I mean? Not a give up, but it's more like we'll see how the season plays. But also, I feel as though in a more normal American League season, we would have made we made the right move. They just got fleeced on the trade, most likely. Is the actual problem, because Scott Harris is not good at trades. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. No, I mean trade both. Yeah, no, you trade both of them. Fuck it. If you trade one, you got to trade the other. There's no reason to keep either one. They just did, like, I think Hope has struck out every single at bat since coming to the Tigers organization. I'm not kidding, by the way. That'll be a leadoff double. Yeah, he's a free agent after this year. They debuted like the same week, didn't they? Dun, 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 dun. The Tigers, and then Cash Mayfield's hurt, but he's arguably the best return they got in that entire two both players getting traded. Ball one. Back to throwing balls. I'm throwing it right down the middle. Strike one. 1-1. Oh, we're lucky it's not 3-1. I wouldn't bet on Detroit. Not if we're pitching like this. 2-1. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't swing at that. That's crazy, dude. That was only a fucking it thrown in the ground. Crazy. You haven't pitched this bad all year, but for some reason, just like our pitchers yesterday, we're not throwing strikes. I don't know. Probably someone's going to pay him a lot of money. Guessing he'll get the 400 he wants. Can't see him not getting it. Some dipshit team's going to pay him, right? It'll be a ground out over to the third base side, so the runner has to hold at second. One away. Runner at second for Benintendi. So I don't know. He'll probably get something like 400 like he wants, but you know, it's probably about it. Yeah, I'd bet $100 million on the Tigers. I already gave you my answer. I don't know why you're asking again now with exclamation points. So now I'm going to say yes. The Tigers should win this game very aggressively. I'd put all my money on it. Yeah, I'm changing my answer now. Ask again, you'll get a different answer. I don't give gambling advice, by the way. Don't do what I tell you to do. Nice. Another shitty round of defense by the Tigers, and nobody's out. Love that. You can't play defense today. This is going to be a fun watch. Nice, dude. Routine ground out, and they can't get an out to the second base side. That's crazy. The fuck is Glaber doing on the team, dude? He's useless. Called strike one. A fucking DH that's like 37 years old can't throw him out for at second base. What garbage, dude. What genuine fucking trash. Well, it should be 2 outs, but because the defense sucks a bag of dicks today and can't throw guys out apparently over at first base, I don't know. I guess they're all fucking retarded today. Choking fucking terribly. Just choking to get this series away. We don't know how to play defense. Torres is making $30 million a year. Can't throw a guy out from second base. That's pretty pathetic. At least McGonigal making a mistake earlier. You know, he's a rookie. He's 21. Glaber is like 37 years. Glaber is like 51 years old, has 7 kids, a few grandkids. He was there when they taught the original people how to play second. He should be good. He's like, Glaber fought in World War II. He should know how to play defense at this point. He's an eternal vampire. He was there in Transylvania with Count Dracula, spearing people, putting heads on pikes. That's a double play. All right, much good job. Wait, was that actually a double play or did they challenge it? It's not a double play. Because if they challenged it, it's not going to be 2 outs. It never is for the Tigers. We've never won a challenge. Reaches on a fielder's choice. Torkelson, the catcher, to third baseman, to first baseman. Murakami out at home. Oh, they got Murakami out at home. Montgomery to second. Okay, so they got Murakami in a rundown. And it's now second and third, 2 away. All right, well, they took the good out then. Okay, we'll take it. But now they have second and third for Montgomery here. Not idea. Ball 1-1. Another 20 pitch inning for Melton. Two. Runners at second and third, 2 away. Tigers do prevent a run here on some sharp thinking defense. Though it does sound like Torkelson maybe should have tapped first base really quick. But, yeah, it's whatever. It's 1-2 here on Montgomery. Ball 2, 2-2. Come on, Troy. Pick up a big pitch here. Need a big out. Little strand job here would be nice. Foul away, it'll remain 2-2. Plus, it would be good on the old pitch count if he could get out of here pretty quick. About to be pitch number 63. Another foul. We'll see another 2-2. Fuck. Majority of this game is just watching the White Sox bat. Ugh. Uh, 3-2. Ah, here comes a walk. Please throw strikes, dude. I don't understand these shitty balls we keep throwing. If it's like a strike, they throw it like right down the middle today. I don't understand what's going on. Like the whole series has been just wild pitches off the plate or right down the middle. I don't understand this pitching strategy at all. There have been 2 good pitches this entire like fucking at bat. Just some 2 foul balls. See, right around the middle of the plate, he gives up 2 runs, 3-1. It's fucking retarded. Like, why are we pitching like this? So bad. And they throw it right down the middle, and it's hit for a double. What a surprise. It's either right down the middle or a wild miss. And like that all fucking series long, dude. It's hard to watch. Oh, because it's so fucking predictable. It's not good. And I think the White Sox have picked up on it by now. And they're going to start teeing the fuck off on us. Watch. Because if I figured out their strategy, the White Sox figured that shit out yesterday, very early on. I think we planned the series out poorly. We'll see how it goes, though. Rare Feder L. Ball. Here comes a pitch right around the middle of the plate. Oh, that's a good pitch. Call it strike 1. That's a good pitch. See, that's where you want to throw balls, by the way. Around here, dog. Not fucking way inside. Like, if you want to throw off the plate, do it there, not in the fucking other spots, dude. The fuck. And then you get uncomfortable swings like that. See, it builds. You can't just miss wildly. I'm just throwing it right down the middle, fucking working like those 2 spots is good. Anyway, Tigers give up 2. It's 3-1. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Top of the order for the Tigers, though, Torres, Lee, and Dingler. Let's see if we can't find us some runs. Which would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Be pretty chic, as the kids say. We're back. No, I think it's game over, bro. Not really worried about the Tigers catching up in the game offensively because they've been pretty hot at the plate. I'm more so worried that they're not going to be able to pitch well because I don't really think they have a good plan for this series. So yeah, I think they'll be able to score 3 runs. Yeah, that doesn't seem very difficult for this team lately. The thing that's difficult is, not allowing more than 3 runs. Specifically just to the White Sox, because I think it's a bad series playing. 1-2. I think they're trying to do what they did during the sweep, and it's not working the same way. It's 1-2 on Torres. He's just standing there with the bat doing nothing. Just like he did on defense earlier. And he fouls it away. Swings at a ball for some reason. It's 1-2. It'll remain 1-2 anyway. I still don't know why we signed this guy back. Everyone's like, oh, he's so good, dude. We need Glaber. We'll look you dead in the face and say he's a good baseball player. Dude, he's like our best player. What? His OPS plus and WAR FWAR is yeah, Cornelius. Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, yeah, of course. The issue isn't catching up, and Torres actually gets a hit. Hooray! It's been a while for one of those. Good for Torres. I think that breaks quite a little O for skid he was on. I'm hard on Glaber because whenever I shit talk Torres, he starts doing well, by the way. I don't actually hate Glaber Torres. I hope people understand that. Do I wish we re-signed him? Not really, because I feel like he's holding up Max Anderson. But at the same point, if Lee or Keith were better, consistently better, we wouldn't they would have traded Glaber at the deadline. So, is what it is. Kind of sucks that they're both platoon players, Lee and Keith. Damn, that'll be a fly out. And that'll be a fly out. Runner will tag, and I think they're out at second. Nope, Torres does get down to second. Hey, good aggressive play there by Glaber to get down to second. Effectively a sack fly out. Like a sack bunt, but a sack fly out. That scores a run, but move the runner over to second. Anyway, runner at second, 1 away. Foul ball by Dingler, who desperately needs a big hit. I think we may see a dingle bomb here. He's definitely long overdue. Ball one. All right. Good take. Good take. Come on, Dingler. Need a Dingleberry. Hit the Dingle bomb. Ah, damn it. 1 and 2. Two two. He genuinely just needs to square a ball up and it'll be fine. And the slump will break. Fuck, dude. He shouldn't have swung at that. 2 away. He's just not seeing the ball right now. Here's McGonigal with the runner at second. 2 away. I blame the government. Foul ball. It'll be 0 and 1. I think the Trump administration stepped in. It's the only thing I could think of. All right. We'll head to the top of the fourth. It'll be Peters, Rogers, Antonacci. I don't really know how to say that properly. Antonacci. Some Italian guy. Some Dago Wop is due up here in the some fucking greaseball, probably from Italy. Probably one of 400 those 40 Italian dudes from the MLB who went and all played for Team Italy, all from New Jersey somehow. Yeah, they'll be fine, Andrew. I mean, it's still a month and a half left of the regular season. You know that, right? Yeah, it's 3-1. Yeah. Score didn't change, you know. Play the White Sox again this. Especially because we play the White Sox like again this year, I believe. Fucking August 15th. We're all right. I'll be right back. I'm going to step out for a quick bogey, rip it a few times. I'll be right back. The leadoff man reaches yet again. What a surprise. One on, nobody out. Let me guess. Let's go look at the dog shit ass pitching. Oh no, it was good pitching. Damn, they just can't get Peters out. Oh, here's Rogers. Try to get a double play out of this. Yeah, Minnesota has a difficult. We have a pretty difficult schedule too. Hopefully we plan the games better than we did here against the White Sox. 1-1. Not a big fan of the way we built this game plan, I feel like, so far, the last two games. That our pitchers are just having a wild weekend. They're just having trouble throwing strikes. Could be both. Such is a possibility. 1-2 on Rogers. Unironic. Strikeout's not ideal there. One away. I'd rather him hit the ball on the ground. You know what I mean? Get that nice double play. Now there's a left fielder up. It'll be hard to turn two. If it goes to Torres, he may not even be able to turn one. He may just start fucking beating his shit right in the middle of the field. Ball one. Top of the lineup. Oh. 2-0. Well, I don't think he's going to swing at either one of those, Troy. I think they've demonstrated the last two games that they're not swinging at those kind of pitches right now. Bro thinks every lefty's Kerry Carpenter for some reason. My friend Kerry swings at these looking ass pitches. 2-1. Good pitch. Yeah, they're just not. The whole pitching plan this weekend has been weird, dude. They just throw crazy balls. It's been every pitcher, too. Like, they don't throw anywhere near the strike zone, then they throw it right around the middle of the plate. It's like, what the fuck is this? We don't pitch like that's a great pitch spot. And then, like, I don't know if it's just like they have a bad plan or like they get the runner at second. They weren't able to turn two. Not a surprise. Oh, Gleyber Torres, what a shock. At least he got one. 2 down, runner at first. Here's Murakami. Now, who you want to see with the runner on? Fucking just walk his dumb ass. Oh, they got him to pop out. Oh, thank God. Good pitch. Look at that. Look what happens when you work on the sides and don't throw fucking 300 balls right away. What a clean, nice inning for the Tigers. Bottom of the fourth. That was our least stressful inning so far. Valencia, Torkelson, Malgary. Let's hope for some runs. 3-1, bottom four. Well, hopefully the offense gets going, then the pitching just shuts down the rest of the game. That would be idea. So I don't even think we have a bad pitching plan. I think we're just not pitching that well. I mean, that's possible, right? White Sox hitting the shit out of what we're throwing. What are we thinking? To be fair, we've also just played very bad offenses. To be fair, like I think we played like 4 or 5 very bad offenses in a row, and now we're playing like one of the best offenses in all of baseball right now. So it's like, damn, yeah, that's a bit of a change. To go from like the Giants to the fucking in Cleveland to these guys. Once again, Valencia, Torque, and Malgary. Bottom of the 4th, 3-1. Let's see if the Tigers can get some runs back. Good little spot to pick a. That'll probably stay a strike. Doesn't seem low enough to just be a ball. One. Bum, 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 bum. 1-2. Valencia takes time. Two. Hey, a home run. It's 3-2. Valencia hits a shot. Well, I think that's clearly gone. All right, that's fucking. His 6th of the year. Nice hit by Mr. Valencia. 3-2. Tigers down by a run. All right. A Valencia bomb, a V bomb. He steals the V bomb from Vierling. We're gonna just give him V bomb because he's a great big man who actually hits home runs unlike Vierling, and his bat's huge. So he gets the V bomb. 3-2. No one said anything. Tigers fans just defeated. Call it strike 1 to Torque. First pitch changeup. Fouled away. It's 0-2. Oh, not ideal for Torque. Fouled away. It'll remain 0-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers get a run. It's 3-2. Looking for one more to tie it up. Maybe Torque can find one here on a swing away. Maybe Tigers can go back to back. Oh, and 2 again. After a foul ball. Maybe the Tigers have the what's that Drake song? The one back to back song where he was dissing Meek Mill. 1-2. That'll be 2-2. Ah, damn it. Looks like it'll be a ground out unless they fuck up. And they didn't. One away. Here's Mal Gary with a one out in the bottom of the fourth. 3-2 White Sox lead. Tigers close the gap on the homer by Valencia. Now they just need to put up one more run. Maybe Mal Gary hits his third homer of the series. Fuck it, why not, right? Another Mal Gary, another Mal bomb. Hilarious. That's true. He is 420 friendly. Oh no, is it 1342? Isn't that like a scary ass movie? Or is it 1432? Because that's his OPS too. He's like a scary guy, dude. Mel Gary grounds out pretty much right away. 2 down. Here's Baez. I won't swear to it, but I swear there's like a psychological thriller with that number. I may just be having a dyslexic moment. Oh, it's 1408. Yeah, I was off a little bit, but that's all right. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Baez lined out right away, too. Vargas, Benintendi, and Montgomery due up for the White Sox. That's 3-4-5. 3-2, White Sox lead. They look to expand their lead by more than one. Tigers hope to keep it to a one-run lead. It's 3-2, top five. Vargas, Benintendi, Montgomery. Well, let's hope for a good clean inning here. A quick clean inning, right? Hey, we're up at 23 likes. That's really good. We hit the like goal. Look at us. Fucking everyone's fucking straight ass alpha male chats, dude. Fucking getting pussy and beating up nerds when you see them. Just to just to bring back the fun binary of old times. You see a nerd, you scream nerd, and you attack them. They know what it is. They'll just run on instinct. They don't even know why they're running. They won't even get mad if they get beat up. They're just like, come on. Come on. I thought this was over with. And then you just say, you both have a good laugh after it's over and you go about your business. I beat up a nerd at least twice, maybe 3 times a day. Just walking around the campus and I see a nerd, I just yell, nerd! I fuck his ass up, dude. It's free beating people. It's like, even if the police come, they're just like, oh, okay, I get it. I get what's going on here. And then they leave. Police sometimes even kick them right in the ribs and go, that's what you get for being a dork. And then he screams nerd and beats his ass too. Turns the body cam right off. Sometimes they'll arrest the nerd for wasting police time if they're the ones who call. And you get to sue them and press charges. Anyway, here's Vargas. Nobody out, nobody on, leading off the top of the fifth. Probably could have just said leading off the top of the fifth and left a whole bunch of detail. Ball one. Fuck, dude. Ball one. Throw first pitch strike challenge, and get first batter out of an inning challenge. Level Detroit Tigers on August 15, 2026 against the White Sox. That's the level of the get someone out on to get the first batter out or throw a strike. It's fucking bullshit, dude. All 5 innings, I believe. That'll be another extra base hit too to lead off an inning. Cool, man. I guess what in 2 or 3 of the innings they've done this. Ugh. Just dog shit out. Let me guess. Let me go. I want to make sure. Okay, ran into that. Called strike 1 to Benintendi. Runner at second, nobody out. Ground ball hit over to the third base side, or for second base side. Runner advances over to third, 1 away. They get the runner at first, so runner at third, 1 out. Not idea. Out to erase the run we just gained back. Pitching change. Here comes either Holton or Will Summers. Can't imagine they bring DeJesus back out. Summers will come in. Summers into pitch. Yeah, I don't know. We just can't fucking pitch right now. Sucks. Hopefully, Summers can come in and neutralize shit. So, Summers in to pitch. Runner at third, 1 away here in the top of the 5th of a 3-2 White Sox lead. They look to expand the lead and eliminate that run the Tigers just put up. Keep it a 2-run score. What up, Tom? Cardinals? Oh, they are. Yeah, it's 3-0. Is it? I mean, they still got half the game, almost over half the game left. 1-2. If the Tigers weren't playing bullshit ass defense, the White Sox would probably only actually have 3 hits. Or 6 hits, sorry. They have 3 really shitty infield singles that should not have happened. And arguably, the McGonigal one should have been an error, and the Gleyber Torres one should have been an error. So they should really only have 7 hits right now. You know what I mean, Jay? Well, that's really not that many. Especially if they're not really resulting in runs. Anyway, they struck out Montgomery. Here's the other Montgomery. By the way, these two are brothers. Did you guys know that? Braden Montgomery and Colton Montgomery? Or whatever, the Colson or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. 0-2. They're actually twins. Now, Gary hit 2 home runs yesterday. He's not going to hit a fucking home run or get a hit every at bat. What's Gary hitting? 270, 273, 852. He's doing just fine for a utility role player. One, two. Just need a big pitch here from Summers. Goes well off lefties. That side-ass fucking wicked angle he throws from really works well against lefties. Please get a big out. Come on, Drew. You fat piece of shit. Get the big pitch. Keep it close. Hell yeah. Struck his ass out, dude. What a fucking pitch. Right down the middle, too. Froze his ass. Was not expecting a slider down the pipe. Nice job by Drew Summers. He's so good against lefties and switch hitters. Jesus Christ. Woo. All right, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Nice job by Summers. Summers is our lefty specialist. He's only good against lefties and guys who switch hit. Especially if they're like better at the left side of the plate. Which means Troy Holton will probably come in and pitch a significant part of this game. That would be nice. Fucking he'd be cocksucking fuckers. All right, bottom of the 5th. It'll be Jolks, who still hasn't really done anything yet. Torres and Lee. Jolks, Torres, Lee, 3-2, bottom 5. Tigers could use some offense. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just give one a run or two up. Melton didn't even pitch bad. 3 runs ain't so bad. Through 4. They're at 4, like 4 1/3 or something, like 4 innings. Got about 3 runs. Kind of his worst start of the year. But that says a lot about how good of a pitcher he's been if 3 runs is his worst start. But see, I don't think you know that, Thousand Swords. I don't think you realize Melton's been like one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. This is, I believe, his actual worst start. Like the 9 hits and 3 runs. You usually don't pitch too bad like that. Hell yeah, Jokes finally got a hit. That's going to be a double, too. That's going to get to the wall. He's going to round first, head to second. He'll get in there easily. Nice. All right, leadoff double. That's what we've been looking for. Oh, I was gonna say, it sounds like you're kind of like shitting on Melton. I'm like, I wonder if he knows that Melton's like a phenomenal pitcher this year. For example, Melton gave up 3 earned runs, right? And he still has a 1.71 ERA on the year. If that, you know what I mean? I don't know if that illuminates anything for Melton's a good pitcher. We don't want K to pitch like Melton. We want the opposite, actually. We want him to pitch nothing like Troy Melton because usually that means the other team does not do anything. Troy just was getting smacked up today. Way inside 1-1. I just wonder if he just, like, kind of with Job yesterday, they just were not locating well the last 2 days. Or if the Tigers had a weird plan to deal with the offense that just hasn't worked. I don't know which one is true. 1-2. Nobody wants it to be 5-2. Everybody wants it to be 4-3. Nope, that's not going to be a home run. But that's going to be at least a double for Torres. He finally does something. Hooray! All right, Glaber, let's go. That'll be a double, back-to-back doubles for the Tigers. Ties this up at 3. Now coming to the plate will be Hao-Yo Lee, but they may pull K here. We'll see what the White Sox do. Two guys in a row just teed off on him. That's usually a pretty good sign that they're about to pull a pitcher. Who is? Oh, the Padres? Yeah, I don't think the Lee grounds out 1 away. Runner has to hold at second. 68 and 57. They might be a wild card team. 66-57. I don't know because the NL Central is kind of like fucking cracked like the AL East is right now. Runner at second, 1 away. Here's Dylan Dingler. Hopefully Dings can get a big at bat. Need a big hit from our guy. Could this be the 5-3 that Swords called? Dingler breaks the slump. We don't even got. We already know the Dingle Bomb's coming. I'll spoil it. I got the result for this game last night. It got sent to me in a Gmail from MLB MLB cards for 8/15 for cool guys. 2-0 and guys in the know. Like I already know who wins the Super Bowl this year. I just can't tell you guys. Let's just say I'm going to be very happy. It's the Patriots. It's going to be a rematch. Everyone's going to hate that. But Seattle this time gets blown out. And there's talks of doing it 3 years in a row. The first ever back-to-back-to-back Super Bowl run. Thinking about letting the Patriots win 2 of those. I'm just saying. No, it's not the Lions. No, it'll be the Seahawks and the Patriots once again in the Super Bowl. God damn it, we lined out and that might be a double play. Nope, okay, only 1. Oh, good job to get back there by Torres cuz oh no, is he out? He's out. Fucking Torres. Oh, that's not his fault. I hope we challenge that and win. Well, it's 3-3 at least. We tied it. Poor Dings, dude. He smoked that ball, too. Well, that's a good sign. You start hitting them hard at people. Meadroth, Peters and Rogers due here in the top of the sixth. Top six, 7, 8, 9 due. All right, I'll be right back. Give me just a few minutes. Gonna go rip a bogey here real quick. Be right back for the top of the sixth. One moment. That'll be a ground out, and that'll also be an out. 2 away. Wow, what a good start to the inning. Come back right away to 2 outs. And it was a little dribbler off the bat that they got an out on. Wow. Look at Summers, 2 away. Here's Jake Rogers. Just let him pitch to him. Fuck it. Our gift to Jake Rogers is letting him hit off the lefty, who can't pitch to righties very well. Ball 1. Knowing full well that this could fucking actually result in a home run. Ooh, just don't throw it down the middle. It's the one spot he can hit the ball. Don't fuck around right there. No, I'm always for stuff being done and accomplishments being had. I would like it if Alvarez could win it. It's good for baseball to see guys do stuff like that, isn't it? That's why I don't understand Michael Jordan fans. Wouldn't you want somebody to pass up Michael, like to be like, yeah, we finally got a new GOAT? Like on like almost every level except winning championships, LeBron James is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan. But them like weirdos will not accept like that reality. It's like, I don't know, LeBron's first in every single category. Yeah, because he played so long. Yeah, that's part of being the GOAT. They just don't have to retire as a normal player does. Why do you think Brady's numbers are so fucking high? When he didn't even start throwing fucking numbers like that till his 7th year as a start, like 4th, 5th year as a starter, you know? See what I mean? Yeah, the 6'3" to 6'4" guy, who didn't score as often, wasn't as good as at assisting the ball. Listen, man. I don't know. It'd be really cool to see what LeBron would do against the teams that Jordan got to play against in the 90s. What's up, Allison? And it would be interesting to see what Michael Jordan would do in a league as talented as it is now. When there was kind of Magic Jordan for a little bit. But did they ever play for a finals, those two? I don't know if they did. There's Charles Barkley. That's there. Was Patrick Ewing still playing with the Knicks? Maybe not. The Nermi. What's up, Mako? I always ask people about this. You know how LeBron was raised and kind of brought up in like the 90s era of youth basketball? And then kind of played high school ball through the 2000s and like blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like the late 2000s or early 2000s, late 90s. He played in a league that was like the way basketball seems to work is that like through the youth leagues, they like push a softer and more like skills based game than what was happening. So listen, brothers, he would have been growing up in the same era and like the same youth style of basketball that everybody else playing in the 80s and 90s grew up in. So not only would he have a different edge to him, he would still be 6'9" and like 280 pounds with a horribly mean edge to him that like everybody in that era played with. You know how fucking dominant he would have been with that going on? Especially if his job was just drive it to the rim and dunk it every play because nobody can stop you. Really stop and think about again, he got brought up in an era that's a little softer, so he plays a different style of basketball. That's just the reality of it. You see it with the younger players, they play softer, it's softer, soft. It's just how the league is going. But if you take any of those guys and bring them up with their same skills that they have in a league or in an era where like they were training guys to be kind of hard when they play, they'd be just as hard as everybody from that era. Yeah, because Kobe came up in like a slightly harder era. He's what, like 4 or 5 years older than LeBron? So yeah, that would kind of make sense. Maybe even 10 years older than Braun. And McGonigal pops out or grounds out, sorry. One away. Mound visit, pitching change. Yeah, I guess so. I think you guys failed to understand what I'm trying to tell you, though. I would argue that Shaq and Pau Gasol are better finishers than Kobe, but that's all right. You know the only consistent thing on a LeBron championship team is LeBron James. The only thing consistent on a Michael Jordan is never the one consistent aspect of the. I don't know. It's always a funny thing. Kobe, I don't know. Like he's a great all-time player, um, but I don't think he wins as much without Shaq or Pau there. I don't know. What's LeBron one title away from the guy? And I don't know. I wouldn't even call Kobe the most important player on any one of them teams. Maybe he was with the Pau team, but again, they don't win that shit without Gasol. And he sure as shit don't win all them titles without Shaq. I don't know. I feel like LeBron gets a lot of disrespect. There are some idiots who don't even have him top 5, and it's like, really? Who the fuck it? It's like, really? All right. Well, I don't think that's true. Like, yeah, I just have this hot take where LeBron's not a top 10 player. It's like, they're like, Dame Lillard's better. It's like, yeah, all right, that's fair. Yeah, okay. You're a rational person. Yeah, when you lose, you should probably make big changes so your team can win. That's part of realizing and understanding that the team needs to be changed so things can win. Should they just run the same exact team back out there with the same coach and be like, oh, let's hope it works this time? Golly gee willikers. I think that's kind of dumb. No team builds like that. No one criticized the, like 9 or 10. Yeah, because there's totally 9 or 10 guys better than LeBron James all time. Motherfucker could be like Tim Duncan. I think Dirk Nowitzki is like, yeah, all right, dude. Why don't they have any better stats than him? 2-2. You know, like, you know what's a weird thing with basketball? How come everybody ignores the stats of the game? It's the only sport in which nobody likes to talk about, like, statistics. Why is that? Why is it only championship wins that matter in the sport of, in a team sport called in basketball? But like when we look at greats in baseball, like we don't say Barry Bonds like isn't an all-time great because he has no World Series wins. It's because he like used steroids, right? But like if you could look past that, right? Hank Aaron, we don't even know how many. You can't even say off the top of your head unless you're just a big fan how many times his team's won the World Series. But we know he's one of the greatest hitters of all time because of the stats, not because his hits. Like for example, Mike Trout. Why is it that Mike Trout, never having played in the playoffs, isn't a big deal, but everybody calls him like the greatest of an era? Like, why don't the stats matter? Uh-huh. So LeBron's numbers don't impact the wins? And isn't he like the all-time assist and leading scorer? Yeah, but like you just can completely just be like, yeah, LeBron's all-time leader in all those stats, but it doesn't matter. Like if you bring it up, people just say it doesn't matter. And it's like I don't know. I feel like it kind of does. And I think the only reason the stats don't matter is because Jordan isn't the like all-time leader in the stats. If that makes sense. Like if Jordan was the all-time leading scorer, that would be utilized as how he's the greatest player of all time, alongside his six really good seasons and the 14 or the 13 really bad ones that were one and dones. And Torkelson will strike out. We'll head to the top of the 7th. It's 3-3. I'm pretty sure if there was a guy averaging 50, he'd eventually have a pretty solid team. Yeah, I know the style of play is different. So, like, I have a genuine question about that. Is it even possible, then, for basketball to have a greatest player of all time if the eras are so different? This is a genuine question, by the way. I'm not trying to be like an asshole or be like, hey, um, oh, it's still the leader in assists. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I know LeBron's up there with assists. I apologize. Um, if the styles of comparison or play are not able to be compared because the arrows are so different, can that sport even like actually have like a greatest player of all time? That's a genuine question, by the way. Or is that a sport where it's like for that specific sport, it has to be like greatest of the era? Because again, what you guys are saying is like the sport, you can't use statistics to compare players, which every other sport you can. Um, but I kind of agree. Like there's something to that, right? Because the style of play in the '90s was just drive up and dunk it. Now it's like a technical 3-point shooting league, right? That's kind of soft and. I think Steph Curry. I don't think so. I think Steph needed a whole lot of help at 6'3" to be able to win. I think Steph's very comparable to Michael Jordan. No, but your Cardinals have blown a 3-0 lead that they got in the top of the first. What happened? Greatest of the year? I think so, Mr. Wednesday. And that's kind of where I've come with basketball. I think it's one of the few sports where you legitimately cannot compare eras. Baseball is kind of like that too, where it's really hard to be like, this is the greatest player of all time. Because then it's like, well, what about like Ty Cobb or somebody like that, you know? So yeah, I kind of tend to agree with that. Whereas like hockey or football, it's kind of a lot easier to compare because the game is pretty much just they just throw it more sometimes. Sometimes they run it more. Like we just had one of the greatest running seasons of all time by Saquon Barkley, you know. The game is very cyclical in football and it has been since like the 80s. It gets real pass heavy, then real run heavy, then real pass heavy. As soon as the defenses change in football, the offenses start changing really hard. And Jordan wasn't playing against the greatest of athletes in the 90s, if we can be perfectly honest. The average star of today's game would be a monster in the 90s. Fuck, that's going to be a double again. Another leadoff extra base hit. They probably should have pulled Summers before this half inning started. But they wanted this. I don't know why the fuck they haven't went and got Holton for this inning. Whatever. All game long with these fucking leadoff doubles, dude. Oh, just gotta hope we get some outs now. Grichuk leads it off with a double. He was pinch hitting for Antonacci. 2-1. Are you sure Jordan never went to a Diddy party? I remember hearing some funny shit that P. Diddy used to pretend to be Michael Jordan at the Diddy parties. I don't know if that's true or not, though. 2-2. Oh, no, I just said we're in the playoffs and you guys aren't, actually. I never said anything about your record. We're a playoff team and you guys aren't. And they'll intentionally want Vargas to go after Benintendi, unless he gets pinch hit. Substantial difference in the things I was saying and the things you seem to be saying I was saying. I said we're a playoff team, and your team is not. I didn't ask if we had a better record. I don't give a shit. You probably do. We're sub 500 right now. We're a playoff team still right now, and you guys aren't right now. That's what I was talking shit about. Please get it right. Anyway, here's Benintendi with 2 on, and now I'm going back to ignoring you, D. One here on Benintendi. You know what sport it would suck to be a fan of, though, low-key? Hockey. Because there's no shot anyone will ever be better than Wayne Gretzky. That's why I don't like the sport, by the way. There is nothing to watch for. There'll never be a guy who just comes up, that'll be a base hit. That'll get a run, and it's 4-3. Fuck. Like I said, should have pulled Summers a while ago. I don't know about 3 innings worth of work for Summers. 4-3, top 7. And now they're going to pull him. Very late. Blue what? You know what, D? You're annoying, dog. I'm just going to get rid of you for... How much of a timeout should we give D? You can come out of the quarter in 30 minutes, D. You'll be a good boy and come back in those 30 minutes, all right? And hopefully you're over your little temper tantrum. Because you've been pissing your panties for 2 straight days about I don't even know what the fuck you're upset about. So maybe after 30 minutes, you come back, be a good little boy. I know you're going to come back after the 30 minutes and keep doing what you're doing because you're a little bitch, but feel free. You can come back in 30. No, that's all right. He could sit in timeout. Kyle Finnegan too. That's not good. It's the goals and the assists, right? Like, we just saw a guy pass his goals record, and he's still 1,000 fucking points away from him all time. Like, we just saw the second greatest hockey player in Alexander Ovechkin. Arguably could be the greatest, but fucking that other fucking guy, Wayne Gretzky, is like way better still. It's like, it's not, I don't even know how to compare, like we just saw Ovechkin, who is arguably one of the the second greatest hockey player maybe of all time. But like, because Wayne Gretzky exists, he doesn't ever get to be number 1. Doesn't Ovechkin have fucking like 900 career goals? He's played for like 40 years. It's just like, and he could not pass Gretzky, who played like a clean 15, 20 years in the NHL. He's like, yeah, that's about all I need. I scored 900 goals and I had 1,000 assists. And everyone's like, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean you had the same number of assists? Like, oh, that's fucking broken, dude. I don't even know how that's possible. That's why hockey's not fun, dog. Like, no one will ever be like, there's not even like a fun plot to watch. Like, oh, this guy's going to become the GOAT. Like, at least with the NFL, there's a fun subplot of Mahomes maybe passing Brady in like a decade. It's just like, you know, like, oh, maybe he could get 8, you know? Like with the NBA, there's the fun plots of, oh, maybe somebody could pass Jordan 6 one day. You know, like there are those fun little things, but like with hockey, what they don't got that. It's just it's no one's gonna get that. I guess it's just try to win the cup. Have a good time doing it. 1-2 on a foul ball. Yeah, you can't even be like a legend in the sport because they got guys like Gordie Howe who played till he was 60. That sport is just cooked, dude. There's nothing cool left to do. All the cool shit's been done. What's up, GSC? Yeah, it's fucking unbelievable the guy was. And they strike out Montgomery. That's a big fucking out. They got to get one more. Unbelievable, Wayne was. He's arguably one of the greatest athletes of all time. He probably is, right? Like him, Jordan, Brady, Bolt, Secretariat. Right? Like those are probably Muhammad Ali, obviously. Those are probably your fucking greats, like all timers. God, fucking. There's a reason he's the great one, right? Malgary, Baez, jokes. All right, I'll be right back in just a moment. I'm gonna go finish my last bogey here. Don't know anything about sports? Okay, bro, I know. I don't care about hockey. It's a boring sport. Yeah, I know I don't matters. You probably know way more than me. Look at this Jordan fan still crying. Brother, you gotta let it go, matters. If you say low key one more time, I'm gonna ban you for spamming. That means I know you're kind of retarded based on the way you type. A lot of caps, a lot of really weird grammar mistakes. So I don't want to ban you. So you should chill out. It's very easy to trigger these Michael Jordan fanboys. You just got to mention that in today's game, Michael Jordan would basically just be Dame Lillard. Bottom 7, Bias strikes out, 2 away. Low key is one word and it's hyphenated, brother. Just as a heads up. See, look how mad this guy is. That his favorite player is basically just Dame Lillard from if like he was put in the 90s. Looks like they're gonna go get a new pitcher, which is hilarious to do for Zach McKinstry. Or it might just be a mound visit. Hopefully, it's just a mound visit. No, you're just annoying and you keep repeating yourself. You're not saying anything. If you were actually saying anything different, brother, you'd be allowed to stay. But you're just saying all the same things. See. So I'm gonna get rid of you, dude. I don't like spammers. See ya. Yeah, I don't deal with people who spam, and he's just saying the same 3 things. As someone who's incredibly pissed off right now. Oh, and 1 foul ball. Well, no, there wasn't a sub there. They just went and talked to him because we brought in a lefty. If we would have pinch hit a better left-handed hitter than McKinstry, they might have gotten a new pitcher. But with McKinstry, I doubt it, 1-2. There was a ball thrown and a foul ball. 1-2. Really, the question is, can McKinstry hit 100 miles an hour? Yeah, it's a pretty good stream so far. And he swung at a really bad pitch. What a fucking idiot. All right, top 8 coming up. 4-3, White Sox lead. Tigers need to find some offense here. Meadroth, Peters, and Rogers save for any pinch hitting. You go to another subject. Are you teaching? Yeah, I'll be teaching again. Same old schedule. I'll be teaching a little bit of a different schedule this year, though. It should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Not too pressed about it. Just different kinds of students. But yeah, Jordan fanboys are the easiest people to trigger on the entire internet, as you could see from my experiment. All you have to do is suggest that LeBron is better than Jordan, and like 8 people will lose their fucking minds. It's very funny. No, I'm not afraid of black kids. Yeah, and I have. I teach at a university, dog. I think we will win this. I also grew up in Flint. maybe in probably one of the nastier parts of Flint, this little street called Tebow, which was right off, I believe Hamtramck was the main road, where there was this apartment complex that genuinely needed to be shut down. It was such a fucking problem. However, there were so many people living there. The state was like, we can't just shut down. There's like thousands of people living in this bitch. And yeah, that was quite the scene. You just knew not to go in that motherfucker if you didn't live in there. No, just letting you know where I grew up. You seem to be asking me a question to see my toughness. I don't really even know why you'd ask that question you asked, and then get mad when I answer it. So yeah, no, I'm not really afraid of black people. Why? Are you? Do they scare you? Do you piss your panties when a black guy comes walking down the street at you? You're like, oh! You look like you would be. I don't know. Is that actually you? It's probably just an AVI. But if that's you, yeah, you look like you'd be terrified. One away though, they get mead rot to ground out. A very odd question to ask somebody. Have you ever been around them? Yeah, I grew up in a pretty cool part of Flint. Pretty dangerous part too. You kind of learn that people are just people. Yeah, there's really nothing to be afraid of. Even most gang members, as long as you're not doing weird or ignorant shit, don't give a fuck you exist. You're not like a problem to them. Unless you are being a problem, whatever. But yeah, we're just gonna get rid of this weirdo. Yep. Doesn't have a look. You learn to spot good and bad pretty quick in life. Otherwise, you get yourself fucked quite a bit. Torres, Lee, and Dingler. I think you also come to learn that 90% of people, maybe even more than that, 95, are genuinely like good, like honest people who, like, sure, you may disagree with them like fundamentally on the way they view the world, but like most people, again, 95 to 90% of people, somewhere in that range, genuinely believe that the things that they're doing and saying and acting on are a way that the world would become a better place and make everybody feel better and happier. You got, like, that's one thing you kind of have to understand. And when you kind of have that like viewpoint and lens that you view the world through, when people are actually acting in sort of a weird, nefarious, kind of dark way that goes that, that 5 to 10% of people, which is still with 1 billion people, that's 800 million people that are pretty gnarly, potentially people, right? So you got to be vigilant that there are some gnarly people out there. But again, when you have this lens of like people are generally good, I think and you look at the like certain behavior, like somebody being like, yeah, I'm against guns. Like, don't be like, they're not a negative. They're not doing that to like be nasty to people. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're like that because they're like, well, that's just the way I think it'd be better. And again, you may disagree, but again, they're not doing that they're not like a nasty, negative, evil person for having that opinion. Just like somebody isn't like a nasty, negative, evil person for like I don't know what some fucking liberals get all fucking shitty about. Conservatives get because somebody says like naughty words or something. I don't fucking know. I haven't thought about this very well. I don't know. You know, just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean they're evil. But having that lens and understanding that does allow you to see when someone's like a nefarious bad actor and you're like, oh shit, that guy's fucking evil. Like Peter Thiel. That guy's fucking evil. And I feel like it's like, yeah, when you see that's what evil looks like. That's an evil person who has evil intentions for people. Most people aren't that. Like that Jared Kushner guy. That guy's fucking evil. 1-0. Here in the bottom of the eighth, it's a 1-0 count for Torres. Sam Altman, yeah. Like a lot of those guys are genuinely fucking evil people. And I think when you say other people are evil, you're comparing it to people like Thiel. It's like, no, those are unique people. Those are part of that 5 to 10% that do not want what's best for everybody and like aren't acting on that. They're like, I want what's best for me and my money. Like there are genuine people that are pretty fucked. And we have to kind of be vigilant, and that'll be a hit. Torres looks like he'll get out to start off the eighth inning. Important way to do. That ball gets through into left field. That'll be a base hit. Stephen Miller is another example. Yeah, it's all bad, dude. A lot of them people are like, you can know who they are because again, it's just something off. I wouldn't even put Donald Trump as like an evil guy. He's kind of a shithead. But I like, there's a part of me that thinks like if he wasn't so corrupt and greedy, like he would actually like, I don't think he'd actually like do evil shit. It's like he's on that like, to me he's like right on that line where it's like, ooh, dude, if you fuck up a little bit more, you're actually probably on that other side. And I hate the guy, you know, and disagree with everything he thinks for the most part. You know, and I wouldn't say he's like an evil monster like a Stephen Miller or a Peter Thiel, though he employs those guys and works heavily with them. So it's like, hey, the company you keep. 1-1. I think he's just more of a greedy cocksucker than a fucking evil person. Ah, damn. Fucking Keith got out. What a surprise. Oh, a double play, too. Awesome. Great job by Colt Keith. Damn, that's pretty cool. No, I don't really know trivia like that. Well, Keith grounds into a double play. My least favorite Tiger does it again. Well, 4-3, bottom 8, 2 away. Here's Dingler. Yeah, I don't really think scammers are necessarily evil. They're kind of greedy shitlords, but you know. Yeah, no, and the differences are good, and it makes people, and it's part of this wonderful country. But again, I think people have to start remembering that just because two people disagree on something, that doesn't mean that they're evil or trying to make your life horrible. They're probably suggesting those things because they think it would make things better for everybody. And like I think people fundamentally forgot that about people. I'm also like a big time humanist, so scammers are evil and they deserve prison time, but I wouldn't necessarily call them at the same level of like Peter Thiel, Jared Kushner, like a Benjamin Netanyahu. Like those guys are fundamentally like different levels of like a scammer is like, yeah, they're pieces of shit and like they're fucked up, but like, you know, I think they're kind of funny. It's just like there's also a level of greed for people that get involved in scams where it's like, do I feel bad for people falling for crypto scammers? Not really. It's like, well, you're trying to be greedy and get your money and get it up and then pull the money out before someone else loses. Like, it's like you know what I mean? It's like, but like, Bernie Madoff, for example, is he evil? Or did he fuck over a lot of rich people? I know the latter. You know what I mean? Like, he's a fucked up guy and he deserves to be in prison. Like, I'm like, don't think I'm like, no, scammers deserve to go free. No, they deserve to be in prison for a pretty long goddamn time. They're pretty fucked up people. But I don't think they're necessarily like evil motherfuckers. A lot of the times, a lot of the worst scammers are scamming a bunch of like greedy cocksuckers. Like, it's like, oh well, fuck. Like, a part of me is like, fuck them, dude. It's like the people who lost in Bernie Madoff were like people who like own the Mets and like people who like could afford to like invest in Bernie Madoff stuff. So it's like, yeah, they're kind of stupid. Like, pay better attention to your you know. Now, I don't know. Like they like I want to say they're like evil. They're like Trump evil, where it's like they sit on this weird line where like they're right before you're like a fucking evil monster, but like there's something still kind of redeemable if they have like a good second act in their life, you know. If they like cut it out and just become a normal fucking person and stop scamming people, then it's like, all right, you just had a weird time, you know. You went to prison, did your 10 years. All right. You know, are you Rainey will come into pitch? I've liked what I've seen out of Rainey so far. Hopefully he can shut down this top of the ninth and get it so he can try to walk it off. 4-3, top 9. Not much, D. How's it going? Fuck, that's an immediate base hit. Dude, we just can't get the leadoff guy out. Ugh. Not good. Yeah, no, I understand Depot. And it's one of those things where it's like, and you're probably more correct that they're evil. I just have a high bar for what I consider to be like evil behavior. And it also kind of, for me, like it's almost like a person to person situation. Like if you're a scammer and you're going after like elderly people, like like you're actually probably among the most evil. But like if you're targeting like rich people, like an Elizabeth Duran or somebody like that, like, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, she scammed a bunch of millionaires out of money. Oh no, what an evil lady. It's like, did she do her prison time? I don't give a shit. Then is she still scamming? No, okay. You know, I think a lot of it for me is like who the victims of the scams are, and if it's not really elderly or like normal, like just like normal people losing hard, it's like, oh no, a bunch of 1%ers fucking took a bad bet, got scammed by another 1%er. Oh no. And that looks like a stolen. Did they get him? They got him. Good job. Nice job by Valencia. EDP is fucking, yeah, he's nasty, dude. I saw that documentary. Unless he's fucking around with the shit, even the shit, I don't even know. I don't even think you could fuck around and like get a pass on that and be like, I was just joking. I was trying to be funny. It's like, nah, man. At some point, that's weird what you were saying. Like, you're a weird fucking. Somebody needs to take care of you. Yeah, he's fucking disgusting evil. He's like a nasty guy. Yeah, that's an example of someone who's just kind of nasty evil. Like, ugh, you got no good things. And they strike out Murakami 2-0. Nice start. Arizona State Prison, and I raised 4 kids that are great. Army veteran, mistakes definitely do it. Yeah, it's what you do after you fuck up is more important. Yeah, everybody will fuck up. Some people just make bigger mistakes than others. Sometimes you just fuck up. Sometimes you have a little bit of a drug problem. Sometimes you drive drunk way too often. Sometimes you get into a fight with somebody and they be a little bitch about it. Or you just beat the fuck out of someone like way too hard style, and even now you're like, yeah, I fucked that. I shouldn't have did that. You know, you never know. Dude, I wish he wasn't a fucking pedophile. Like, because other all right, there's gonna be a hot take. Outside of like the kid stuff, because that makes him a morally reprehensible person, and most of his other views on the world are morally he's like a fucking like a fascist right winger. Like Jenya, I think he's just like a fascist right wing guy. Like I think that's just his political beliefs. Is like, yeah, I'm a fascist. Like based on everything he was saying, you know what I mean? He's almost hilarious. Like he was like a really funny. It's like a funny person, and it's a damn shame he likes kids. It's like, damn, that guy is fucking hilarious, dude. This may sound ignorant. EDP is a famous Eagles fan who kind of got a lot of fame just being kind of a funny, like irreverent, sort of kind of disgusting piece of shit guy. But then, like, he got caught in one of those predator poacher, like Chris Hansen style YouTube videos, like trying to meet up with an underage girl. And he's that famous, like, oh, I was here to get some cupcakes meme that you might see sometimes with that like giant man with the red beard and big like a heavier set black guy. And yeah, that and now he's just kind of this pedophile. There's a whole Paul, if you look up the sick mind of EDP, there's about an hour 42-minute documentary you can watch. It's it's entertaining. Brian Hudson will come into pitch for the White Sox here in the bottom of the ninth. McGonigal, Valencia, Torque. Good shot to try to come back. It's good, Allison. How's your day been? What's up, Jake? You can tell you're in college. Why? Because my takes are all bad? Down one, D. Strike one to Torque or to McGonigal. His fastball's 89 miles an hour. Dog, we gotta come back in this. Does that should say 89? That's got to be a mistake in the gun. Oh, and 1 though. You watched 34 minutes and I made it the whole way through, but I didn't watch it all at once, so that was probably why it wasn't so bad. That guy's got a serious talent for documentary filmmaking. 1, 2. I wouldn't be shocked, by the way, with the amount of YouTubers getting hired to do Hollywood projects. Now, I would not be shocked if that documentary, alongside his Boogie 29881, gets that guy like a major like documentary soon. Like I wouldn't like, you know what I mean? Like he might be doing something bigger than that, because it was incredibly well done. Very, very well done. Very professional. 3-1 or 3-2. Genuinely impressive that he was able to like kind of keep like a very neutral perspective. That's hard to do. Damn it, that's a line out, 1 away. 3-2 pitch gets lined out. Here's Valencia. Come on, Valencia and Torque. It's a lefty pitcher who doesn't throw that hard. Please, boys. Valencia, get on. Torque, hit a bomb. That's foul. Fuck, dude, he smoked that ball, too. Fouled away, it's 0-1. Obsession was cool. I don't get back rooms. I don't know. I have to look up more about what that even is before I don't know. I never understood what was scary about those movies. About the backroom stuff. 1, 2. Mostly because I like liminal space. I'm like, wait, that looks awesome. What's scary about it? I love being in spots like that. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, this rules. I have a super, like, my senses are super heightened when I'm in places like that, and I feel very alive. It's very fun. I don't get the scared part. There are a lot of places like that in Flint when I was growing up. There was this the Dort Mall on Dort Highway was super abandoned, but like there were a couple stores. Like there was like a sporting goods store in there still that was open. By the way, it'll be 1, 2, and a couple other things I can't really remember. It would fluctuate, but there was all this like 1950s and 1960s stuff that was in there at the Dort Mall because of like Flint was once like a metro like a utopic place to be in the 50s 60s. Um, and like all of the damn it, Valencia goes down looking 2 away. Fuck. I don't know if you ever get a shot to go like look up or like see like old Dort Mall stuff. You'll see a lot of like 50s memorabilia, and it was just like it seems like the mall got just kind of left like that, and just it was cleaned up every so often. There was a cool aquarium, very eerie, very liminal. Here's Torque, 2 away, bottom 9, 4-3 White Sox lead. And Torque pops it up. Well, he skies it. Ah, fuck. Well, GG's White Sox. Congrats on the series win. Tomorrow we hope to just not be swept. We fall to 60 and 63. Hopefully Cleveland and the Rangers lose today. Otherwise, boy, this is a bad series. But hey, last night we didn't lose much ground because everybody we needed to lost. Yeah, probably, Jay. It's not looking good. I think it don't matter though, because I believe we play the White Sox again. If not, this sucks. We can't. This is a bad series to lose. It's a bad series to lose. But we play the Pirates next. Okay, then the Royals. All right, so we have 6 bullshit ass games coming. And oh wait, shit. And then the Rays, that'll suck. Dodgers will suck. Twins, that won't be bad. Cleveland, we'll see. Twins. Yeah, we play the White Sox for 4, just about to end the season. This will be the most important season of the series, or series of the season. This 4-gamer in Chicago. Like I said, you come back just like a good boy. I'm putting you right back in a timeout. I'll see you in 30 minutes again. You still didn't calm down. Anyway. Yeah, you can't really lose home games, but I don't know. It is what it is. Can't pitch the way we've been pitching. Well, we really just didn't hit today. We pitched all right, actually. Pitching and defense really weren't the issue today. It was no bats. But left-handed pitching tends to fuck our lineup up a little bit, so just gotta hope we win tomorrow to avoid the sweep. That's all you can really do. All right. Thank y'all for a fun stream. I'm gonna get out of here. Dingler, he had another O for day. He probably needs a day off. Not just like a catching day off, but maybe just a whole day off. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes. We'll be live again tomorrow for the series finale. Hopefully we can win that one and avoid being swept. That would be nice. Yeah. Hopefully we stop playing bad.
Have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out. Go Lions. Go Patriots. And of course, it's always go Tigers. See you tomorrow. Peace out. And